I'm gonna go over how to make sure that your table is all set up and beautiful for your appointment. So part of that is making sure that during your coaching, you have asked your hostess if there's gonna be a table. So make sure there's a table that everyone can fit around. That's really important. And that you're arriving 30 minutes early to set up, because presentation is so important. Now, when we're talking about presentation, you don't have to go above and beyond. Honestly, most of this is, your product and your display, and the focus should be on the product. In addition, part of this display is some nice candles, which cost barely anything, and then the little prizes. So presentation, you want it to look nice, but don't go crazy and don't stress out about it. So I'm gonna go over everything that's displayed on this table, and then I'm also gonna go over specifically setting up a tray and making sure that you've got everything in the tray as well. So part of your setup is making sure that as soon as you've arrived at the party and before you've even set up the table, that you've asked your hostess where a good spot is to set up, and then where a good spot is for individual consultation. And so one of the first things that you'll take and move to a different location is your planner and your money bag, and you'd move that to a location that you and your hostess talked about. So that might be, a living room or whatever it is. So you just want to have that out of the way. And then the other things that you want to make sure you have displayed are your products, because they're going to be experiencing the products, and I like to make sure that my customers know the size of the products and be able to visualize what they're putting on their face. I also like to have my travel roll-up bag out, so that if there's something that I need to put back in, if there's something I need to take out, and that way they can see me putting in and taking out products throughout the whole party before we even get to the tablecloths using the travel roll-up bag. The other thing that I like to have, and I actually don't put at each individual tray, is the facial cloths, and making sure that you have a stack all ready to go with the number that you need for your appointment. And then I also like to make sure that I have my satin hands bag with my tickets in it, because you've already got the bag. So that's perfect for that. And then my satin hands are already out, and that's what I'm doing first. So these can either be still on display throughout the party, or you can put them into your starter kit, but they would be separate from the bag at this point, so you can use that for your party. The other thing that I also reference is making sure that you want to have your prizes, so your prize giveaway for your ticket marketing, and then also a prize for your hostess as well. Or if it's a larger party, you might want to have 2 prizes for your appointment. So that's really important to make sure that everything is displayed. And then as well, you want to make sure that each of the places has the same thing. It's so important to keep everything uniform, so that your guests are not like, oh wait, I don't have that, I don't have that. Just make sure that everything is displayed nicely and uniform. So what I'm also going to go over, like we talked about, is I'm going over an individual placemat. So we're going to go over here. And this is going to be an individual setup. So you want to make sure that you have your placemat, and you do want to make sure that it's on this side, not the product side, okay? So the products you're showing at the end. Then you want to make sure you have your profile card, a pen, and your mirror is going to cover the part that you kind of already know because you've done your pre-profiling, and this is the part you really want to make sure you get from your customers, because that's the information you don't know about them. You also want to make sure you have 2 cotton rounds, because sometimes one is just not enough to remove makeup, or they might just want to have an extra one. And then if it's a makeover appointment, any makeup items can go behind, so your brush set. And then you would want to have things in here like your mascara wands, eyeliner, anything like that, okay? So this is set up for a daytime spa facial. So we're actually going to fill the tray with products, okay? So we're gonna start with your 4-in-1 cleanser. And this is the normal dry, and you honestly do not need a lot. You just want a dollop, okay? You seriously don't need a lot. A little goes a long way, and it's a really good lather. And then the other thing that you want to have is going to be your day cream, okay? And that you really, really don't need a lot. If you have tried these products, which I hope you're using the products, you know that this moisturizer, there's a lot of it. Now, because this is daytime, you need even less of your night cream. So just a really small amount, okay? And then you also wanna have your eye cream. And that's actually a little bit too much of that. That just kind of squirted out, but you don't need as much of that. That's gonna be your eye cream. So all of them are gonna be on your tray insert. So you've got cleanser, day, night, and eye cream, and they're all labeled for you. Then up at the top are gonna be your satin lips. So your lip scrub and your lip balm. So we're gonna add those as well. And this one you just kind of squeeze right in there for a little dollop of that. And then for your satin lips balm, you just squeeze a little bit and then just smush it into the tray is the best way to describe that. And the other thing that you wanna have in your tray that is labeled is your foundation primer. So we'll just put a little bit of that, and we know a little goes a long way with that as well. It's amazing how little of these products you actually need. And then because this is daytime spa facials, we're gonna do a treatment. So in here would go your mask. So, you know, let's say you're doing a charcoal mask. So this is the one product that I will tell you. I wanna make sure that it doesn't make that sound. Because it was on its side. So with that, you actually would want to give a generous amount. That is the one thing I will tell you. You are welcome to give a generous amount of a charcoal mask because some people like a little, some people like a lot. Something else you can use is going to be a Serum Plus C. That can be a serum that you put on there, and that we know is 3 pumps per use. And then the Pore Minimizer, that can be another serum that you use. 2 pumps is more than enough of that. And then your CC cream is gonna be something that you could use for this appointment, and 2 pumps of that is perfect for CC cream. So that's gonna be your setup for your daytime spa facials, and then your total setup for your appointments.